This is not the time for selfish interests or partisan politics. This is the time for men and women, rich and poor, Democrats and Republicans to work together. I'm Annette Strauss.
So we're rolling on everything.
My name is Hart, and I'm the founding director of the Annette Strauss Institute, Pacific Life. It's celebrating its 20th anniversary, and I was there at the beginning.
Other than that, it's just like doing like social media campaign and going to. I want to go to.
One of the things that the Institute has to face constantly is a kind of a cultural determination that we ought to try to be as removed as possible from politics. That somehow it's an unsavory practice, and the best we can do is to stay at home. And there's nothing that is more un-American than that.
I'm passionate about civic life in Texas.
I've always wanted to get involved with campaigns.
I've been interested in politics for a while now.
I decided to run for city council at age 18. I felt like my voice could be heard or should be heard.
Americans have been from the beginning people who are out in the streets trying to change things.
There was like this burning fire in me.
I was drawn to the Annette Strauss Institute because we need more of this in our world.
So just raise your hand if you've heard this before. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has.
One of my first experiences, I was a new director here, and I had to fill in on a panel and give a presentation on the Civic Health Index in Texas. After that event, I received an email from one of the attendees who said she was so impacted by the data that she was going to apply to graduate school to shift her focus into how to make improvements on our civic health.
Texas is one of the states with the worst civic discourse, so the work here that we do is very important.
The Annette Strauss Institute for Civic Life oversees amazing research.
Learning that young people, they don't even know the civic process was really shocking for me.
I think the first step in solving a problem is recognizing that there is one.
But also, what can be done?
All right, how's everyone feeling? Good?
I got involved with the Annette Strauss Institute through campaign boot camp.
Who knows what opposition research is?
We host Speak Up, Speak Out, it's a statewide civics fair competition.
The Texas Civic Ambassadors Program,
which is a year-long fellowship.
First thing that you do is define the goal that you're working toward.
We host the students at the Texas Tribune Festival.
We have Texas Elects.
Great conversations.
You cannot win if you do not play.
Careers in politics.
Texas Votes puts on events every election cycle.
There's, oh my gosh, so many things.
This is where things get a little fun, right?
This is really exciting.
I think of the Annette Strauss Institute as sort of a living laboratory.
I'm a liberal.
I'm a fairly conservative Republican guy.
know the how, know the why, and just kind of go with us on this journey.
With all the teachings of civic dialogue comes an innate respect for other people and their opinions.
Citizens are made, they're not born. And so what the Institute is really designed to do is to make more citizens like Annette Strauss.
I want to start a new Dallas tradition, a tradition where the people have a real say in the mayor's office.
Annette Strauss was a civic legend.
She spent the first half of her life volunteering for every important cause in Dallas. And then she parlayed that work to the political arena.
She's really a tremendous image for us to try to live up to try to see if we can't make more Annette Strausses.
What are the number of registered voters?
According to polling,
I want to know what can I accomplish.
I am completely astounded, honestly, and overwhelmed by the students who come through our institute.
There are problems in the world that need to be solved.
I'm going to look at polling locations.
I'm focusing on Latino and minority students.
It has to start with you. To give students as young as 6th grade the ability to understand that they have power, that's what we need if we want to have a better future.
The Annette Strauss Institute Pacific Life has lasted for 20 years, it's thrived for 20 years.
It's about engaging all voices.
But we're at a time where divisions are really, really deep.
We have this next generation of leaders.
And I think it's up to the people in this room to think about how we can do better.